Hello everyone, welcome back to Spectrum classes. So in this video, I am going to discuss the whole concept about the acid and bases. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the acid and base concepts. So we are having three different type of concepts about the acid and base. The first concept is the Arrhenius concept and it was 1884, right? And the next concept is the Bronsted-Lowry concept and this was given in 1923, and the next concept is the Lewis concept and it was put forth in 1939. Now according to these three different concepts we are going to discuss acid and bases, right? So according to this Arrhenius concept, what is called acid and what is called base. So the acid is that molecule or ion which can produce H plus ions in the aqueous solution. Those are termed as acids. And according to that, the bases are those molecules and ions which produces the OH minus ions. And the limitation about this Arrhenius concept is it is applicable to aqueous medium. So that is more important. About the examples I will discuss on the next slide, right? So since these are limited to aqueous medium and some of the species which do not have OH minus ions like NH3, it is a base but it do not produces OH minus ions. So this concept fails to explain that NH3 behaves like a base. So the next concept come into existence, which is Bronsted-Lowry concept, and according to this concept, the acid are those molecules or ions which can donate H plus ions, right? So those are known as acids. Secondly, the bases are those which can accept the protons H plus ions, right? So those are known as base. So according to this Bronsted-Lowry concept, this NH3 do not have OH minus ions, but it can readily accept H plus ions and it forms NH4 plus. Therefore, this behaves like a base. So this theory explains while the species do not have OH minus ions, the nature of their acidic and basic nature, right? Secondly, more importantly, it is not restricted to the aqueous medium. So therefore, this is more widely accepted concept, right? The next concept, which is the Lewis concept, and this Lewis concept give the acid and basic behavior depending on their electron donation or electron acceptance. So the species or the molecules which can easily accept the electron pairs are known as acids, and those which can donate electrons that are termed as bases, right? For example, BF3 is the Lewis acid, whereas NH3, which can easily donate its lone pair of electrons, therefore it is termed as Lewis base, right? So these are the three concepts according to which we are having the definition of acid and base. More general Bronsted-Lowry concept is widely accepted for the common practice. So this is how these three different models we are having about the acid and base concept. Now we are going to discuss the examples. So here for the Arrhenius concept we are having two different examples of acid and base. So here this HCl behaves like an acid in the aqueous medium and this NaOH behaves like a base in the aqueous medium. So the reactions can be written as HCl aqueous. This gives us H plus ions in the aqueous medium plus Cl minus ions in the aqueous medium. Since it can donate H plus ions, therefore it behaves like an acid. Right. Similarly, if I write NaOH in the aqueous medium, it gives Na plus in the aqueous medium plus OH minus in the aqueous medium, right? So it can donate OH minus ions in the aqueous medium, therefore it behaves like a base. And this is known as Arrhenius base and this is known as Arrhenius acid. But this Arrhenius concept is failed to explain that NH3 behaves like a base as well as the CaO behaves like a base. Right, so according to this, NH3 can readily accept, therefore it behaves like a base according to the Bronsted-Lowry concept. So those species, those molecules which can accept H plus ions are known as acids, and those which can donate H plus ions that are termed as acids. And this is more general, that this is not limited to the aqueous medium first, and the second point is that in the aqueous medium these H plus ions do not behave like as H plus. However, it readily accumulated with the water molecule and form hydronium ions, right? These are the concept which was put forth by the Bronsted-Lowry concept. Now, this Bronsted-Lowry concept was failed to explain that BF3 behaves as an acid. This Al3 plus also behaves as an acid, so it was failed to explain. Now, according to the Lewis concept, those molecules or ions which can readily accept the electron pair that are termed as acids, so it is having its octet incomplete and it can readily accept the electrons, right? Therefore, it behaves as an acid, or this is known as Lewis acid. And this NH3, it has lone pair of electron to which it can easily donate. Therefore, it is known as Lewis base. Similarly, this Al3 plus easily accept the electron pairs, therefore it behaves as Lewis acid. So Lewis acid and base are those which can readily accept as well as donate the electrons respectively, right? So I hope you understand the concept of acid and base of these three different theories. Now the term amphoteric. Amphoteric means which can donate H plus as well as OH minus. That molecule is known as amphoteric in nature, means it is behaving like an acid as well as it behaves like a base. So here this H plus, in the presence of acid, it can readily accept the electron and it forms H3O plus, right? So it is behaving like a base in the presence of an acid, and in the presence of a base it can readily donate its H plus ion to that and it forms OH minus ions, right? So it forms NH4 plus OH minus. So it can, here in this reaction it donates OH minus, and in this reaction it accepts the electron. Therefore it behaves both like acid and base, and the molecules which are behaving in both manners are known as amphoteric substances, right? So the next concept we are coming to the conjugate acid and base. So first of all, I must tell you what is called conjugate. Conjugate means related. Related, right? Here we are having an example. Suppose I'm just, before explaining this, I'm just having this example, H plus plus A minus, right? So this is an acid. This acid on dissociation, it dissociates like this, H plus and A minus. So on leaving this H plus ion, it also releases this A minus, and this A minus is known as conjugate base. Conjugate base, right? So conjugate means related, and this S related to this acid. So here is the acid species which on dissociation produces the conjugate base, right? So conjugate means related. So acid produces the base and base produces the acid, and conjugate means which is related to each other. So here I am just giving you an example. So here is HCl plus NH3, which on reaction with produces Cl minus plus NH4 plus, right? You may ask, this is an acid and this is a base. So these two on reaction will produces the salt, which is NH4Cl, and this NH4Cl, rather writing this NH4Cl, I am just dissociated it into its ion, so the NH4 plus Cl minus. Now here the question comes, which one is related to the other one? So here HCl is related to this Cl minus, and this HCl, as we know, is an acid, since it can releases the H plus ions, and this Cl minus can readily accept the H plus ions, therefore it is a base. So it produces the conjugate base, right? Now we are having this NH3, and this NH3 on accepting the electron, it produces this NH4 plus. So this NH3 can accept the electron, therefore it behaves like a base and it produces the conjugate acid. So acid produces the conjugate base. These two are connected with one blue line, and this base produces the conjugate acid in the reaction. Conjugate, you understand, these are related. So acid produces base and base produces acid. One more important point, if acid is strong, then its conjugate base will be the weak, and if base is weak, then its conjugate acid will be the strong acid. So here I have just summarized this fact. A weak base has a strong conjugate acid and a weak acid has a strong conjugate base, and vice versa, right? So I hope you understand the concept of conjugate acid and base pairs. Now the classes of Bronsted acid and bases. So classes are, if we are having this HCl, this is called monoprotic. Monoprotic means it is having one dissociable H plus ion. If I am having oxalic acid, so oxalic acid is having this structure, right? So it has two dissociable protons. It is known as biprotic. Similarly, if we are talking about the boric acid is having three dissociable protons. So that is why we call it triprotic acid. Similarly, we can name our bases also.